In this week's episode of Stop, Look, and Listen, we catch up with actress Kimberly Patterson to discuss her role in King of the Dancehall, preserving Jamaican culture and the difficulties attaining roles with her strong accent.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're back with another episode of Stop, Look, and Listen. I'm LaTroy Gardner, and this week we have actress, makeup artist, production assistant, Jamaican's finest, star of the King of the Dancehall, featured with Nick Cannon as a star, featuring Busta Rhymes, Louis Gossett Jr., Whoopi Goldberg, and now she's starring in The Family Business on BET Plus. We have the lovely Kimberly Patterson. How are you doing, Kimberly?
Hey, thank you for having me. It's great to be here. It's always great to share my story, and I noticed that you mentioned production assistant. Listen, I can't wait to share my journey in terms of how I went from production assistant to makeup artist. So I'll be behind the scenes and learning behind the scenes how to be in front of the camera, and then from makeup artist to actress. So it's been quite a journey. So I would like, I can't wait to share that with you.
Well, let's start with that. Talk to us about your journey behind the scenes and whether or not being in front of the camera was always the end goal.
Well, let me start from production assistant. So in 2000, I think it's 2008 or 2009, when there was a recession. Oh my gosh, I remember that day so clearly. I just left university here, the University of the West Indies, and people were being laid off. You know, a situation like now, basically. So I had to basically figure it out. And through that, I met a freelance producer. I started to work for that freelance producer, and she brought me on set as a production assistant. And being on set, learning the ropes, learning who does what, who play which roles, and then I basically figured out where I wanted to plant myself, which was makeup. So being a makeup artist, standing back, I'm able, listening to directions that are being given to the actors, whether it's commercials or film or music videos or whatever. It was always captivating to me, and I'm always open to learning. You never know what you may learn. So just being there and putting my best foot forward as a makeup artist, but still having such an open mind to what the world can offer. I learned so much. So when I was actually placed in front of the camera, by being a production assistant, I learned even more details as to, what lens to look for, how to kind of cheat the angle a bit so the camera is reading versus turning it back directly to the camera, playing with certain emotions based on the distance of the camera. And then when I was finally placed in that role of King of the Dancehall, my first role ever, no acting background whatsoever. I just used all the knowledge that I've gathered over the 10 years of learning. No, it was about 6 years by then of learning, and I just did it. It was like, now or never, the opportunity is here, go for it.
So as far as the casting for the King of the Dancehall, how did Nick Cannon discover you? Was it while you were behind the scenes on the set of another project?
Well, I was actually working on set. I was a key makeup artist for a commercial that Usain Bolt was actually filming. So I had to leave that commercial. We started early in the morning, but I had to leave like about mid-evening to attend to other makeup clients, which they knew from before, so they allowed that to happen. And it was upon me packing my makeup kit in the parking lot by myself, in the trunk, ready to go to my next job because, Hustler is my middle name, a joke. And they're packing up like ready to go, and then I was approached in the parking lot. This is such a blessing, but I decided to listen to hear what they wanted to say. So they were like, we're looking for a dancer. So I was like, well, I haven't danced. I used to dance with a company back then. So, theater, performing arts.
Right.
Right. So I had a little background training in dancing. But that was like 5 years ago at the time. Like, I haven't danced in so long.
You didn't miss a step.
Oh. So they were like, we're looking for a dancer who can act. So I was like, well, I haven't danced in a while and I have never acted before. They're like, you know, Kimmy, we've seen, these are like local production crew members that I worked around, but they were working on another project with Nick Cannon at the time, and I didn't know anything about it. So, you know, right place, right time. They said, you know, you should try out for the audition, which is tomorrow morning. So, of course, I'm like, what? This is so crazy. Why would you want me to try out? They're like, you know, we've seen what you could do based on past videos that you've done, films you've been in, commercials. You should try it out. So I was like, okay, well, okay. When I said film, I mean like web series, little friendly things, nothing major. So that's how that all happened. Right place, right time. No acting background. First in the audition, and Nick, it was me, Nick, and a camera right in my face. So he was like, you know, he wanted to see the chemistry that day between Maya and the lead character, which I didn't know it would have been Nick. But putting my best foot forward, you know, I just did the best I could, and that happened.
Right. Yeah, so you did play the character of Maya in King of the Dancehall, and you was cast alongside, as I mentioned, Nick Cannon and Louis Gossett Jr. Whoopi Goldberg was also in the film. Kylie Buds and Beanie Man. I guess to bring the authenticity and Busta Rhymes. So how did it feel working side to side with legends, titans in the industry, and what type of advice did they give you since it was your first time
Great.
on the camera?
Great question. So, you know, people would expect me to be intimidated because of, you know, no experience. But I mean, well, I say it's experience in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But I wasn't intimidated at all because, as I've said, I'm still a makeup artist as well. So I'm used to working with, you know, America's Next Top Model, Damian Marley, Cardi B, assistant on set for Beyonce, you know, so I was used to these things in terms of the level of comfort. And I just knew that, listen, this is an opportunity. You're not going to go and not know your lines. You're going to be prepared. I called my sister. We stayed up. We studied. You know, I was prepared for that moment. And then I'll share, you know, the legend, Lou Gossett Jr. He played my father in it. He was like, listen, you are doing such a great job. You have such a natural skill at acting. You should pursue it. And, you know, I'm proud to call you my daughter, because did you know that Halle Berry was also my daughter in another movie? I don't remember which one he said. So then he was like, so you guys are basically sisters now. And it just joy my heart because I grew up watching Halle Berry, because, you know, I just really love her. So for him to say that, it was just like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see how far this could go.
My co-host, he's like the biggest Halle Berry stan in the world. So,
oh yeah, she's amazing.
So a lot of times when Hollywood gets their hands on projects that sort of documents a culture, there's always a question as to whether or not the integrity is there or if they're watering it down. How did you feel about King of the Dancehall? Do you felt like it was done justice?
Okay, so before I took the role, I wanted to ensure that Nick Cannon was not going to try to do a Jamaican accent for the entire movie. Right. Then I would have said no. But because he played an American and then he kept it so authentic, he got real Jamaicans to play roles. You know, you have different levels of, you know, based on character building, different levels that we have to offer as Jamaicans, you know. So I'm really, really glad that he gave us that opportunity. What was the question again?
Now it's pretty much that whether or not, like when Hollywood touches, like a movie and documents like certain cultures, whether or not it's authentic or watered down. And right. You was pretty much mentioning that you wanted to make sure Nick Cannon wasn't trying to come with like a bumper clock, you know, accent or anything like that.
Right, because, you know, we as Jamaicans, we want to represent, like, we could pick up on the accent clearly, like, okay, he's putting on a show. This isn't authentic. I don't even want to watch anymore. I can't even watch the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, because he kept true to the accents, the different accents, it made me want to watch more and more and more. So it did do justice for me in terms of accent authenticity.
Okay. So, could you speak on the culture of dance hall music and the club scene in Jamaica? I mean, because I'm always seeing videos, and it's like, wow, I need to fly down south and, you know, be a part of the clash, or, you know, just, you know, have someone grinding on me a little bit.
Listen, once you come to Jamaica, if you're not eating, you should be on the beach. If you're not on the beach, you should be dancing away on the dance floor. So all right, so remember, we're a country built on slavery. You know, we overcame. So dancing, the dance hall was a place for rebellious people to enjoy themselves. Like, we're looking back on history here, you know, just to let loose and freedom. And it's now a part of our culture. So that's the way people come out to dress them best. You know, you want to be in the spotlight for that one moment. You never know how famous you'll get. You want to be known worldwide, and we are, you know, as a culture, traveling worldwide as dancers. I don't have dancing as a career, but we do have dancers traveling to teach classes all over the world, and, you know, now the online platform. But it is, if you come to Jamaica, you have to experience it. It's such a different level, just the loud music and people coming there to just have fun. You may have those people who are watching what you come in, you know, and, you know, because, you know, it's a flex too. But at the same time, you know, you're not leaving without having fun.
Okay. Yeah, your cousin Kiki and Roger and myself will be making a trip to Jamaica, and I do expect some dance lessons from you.
Oh, let's see if my own knees can manage. Well, either way.
I was about to say, you had Tarzan going low, making sure his knees were still good, so you might have to put that same workout in for yourself.
Yeah, you saw how Maya did with Tarzan. So once you can keep up, if you're a tourist coming to Jamaica, you have to ensure that you can keep up.
No, I think I'm good. So, what's your favorite Jamaican dish?
Ackee saltfish with fried dumpling and pear. Well, we call it pear, but you guys say avocado. Mm-hmm. Some breadfruit, some fried breadfruits.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the right plantain, you can't leave that out on the side. Oh my gosh, I could eat like one entire one by myself.
I tried some of your aunt's oxtails, rice and peas, and her rum cake.
Oh yeah, her hands, she made just like my mommy. Maybe that's why I'm like, mommy, I'm retiring, you just stay home with me, don't go to work anymore, just stay home and cook, because they have such gifted hands when it comes on to cooking.
I'm telling you, I didn't want to stop. Yeah, auntie's Jamaican delicacies was, you know, mouth watering.
Absolutely.
So, could you tell me, like, as a Jamaican, like, how do you view the United States?
Has
it always been like an American dream where, like, people want to leave Jamaica and come to the United States and find a better life for themselves, or do you see us as kind of arrogant?
I mean, no matter where you go, you'll always have a mixture of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, when I was young, it depends on the individual. It depends on their story. It depends on what the U.S. has to offer. You have many people who figure out that, you know, just earning the U.S. currency right now. Right now, the rate is what, $145 to $1. So, I mean, if we could earn in the US and bring it back home, that would be way better. So I guess it's a safe haven for some. For some, it's just an opportunity to go make something of themselves and come back. For me personally, it would probably be that. Unless love changes that for me, where, you know, I would, because I feel like there's always, you need to have somewhere to, you need to have space to go out and explore, but you still need to have somewhere you can call home. So if I could go and travel all over and then come back home, that would be perfect. So the only way that could be broken is through love, where, you know, then I would have to join my husband.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I guess it varies, but I wouldn't say that we look on America as good or bad.
Okay. So are you permanently living in Jamaica and like flying to the United States for business, or is it vice versa?
Yeah, I actually reside in Jamaica, and God has blessed me enough for my jobs to take me abroad. So whether it's through makeup or acting, I mean, the whole COVID situation has changed a lot, turned around a lot. I mean, last year was back and forth like crazy. This year it started again, but then it stopped. Well, while shooting the family business, and like back and forth in between. So, you know, I would shoot some scenes, come back home, do a couple weddings, do some clients, then fly out back again, shoot some more, then fly back, then stay a little bit. And then, you know, you just have to learn to ride the waves of this entertainment life. But I would always call Jamaica home.
Okay.
Yeah. I do
So
get both worlds though.
uh-huh. So you mentioned that you've done makeup work for Cardi B and Beyonce and America's Next Top Model. Any stories you would like to share based on those experiences?
Sure. So America's Next Top Model, I booked that job just 3 months after starting a career in makeup, as a makeup business. I was 3 months. I got a call. Hey Kim, we're in well, you know, the team is in Jamaica. They want to shoot America's Next Top Model at Cycle 19 in Jamaica. They'll have all the models. It would be a big shoot, all units, Tyra, the whole crew. It would be in Mobe, Half Moon Hotel. You'll be put up for how many weeks? It was so crazy. So just to start on that high gave me such a good pace to continue my career, to working with top local celebrities such as Sean Paul, Shaggy, Chronix, Beanie Man, you name it. To then them having, you know, because Jamaica is so beautiful, they have a lot of celebrities wanting to come here to shoot. So of course, when I get the call, hey Kim, send in your resume, we have a shoot coming in, that is how I know, okay, big job, all right, cool. So to be chosen for to work with Cardi B here, as well as Beyonce and Jay-Z, that was like so amazing to me. I could say, oh, I did that. Yeah.
That's bragging rights. Do you prefer being a makeup artist or an actress?
That's like asking me if I like the left or right side of Twix.
But that's what I'm asking.
Both of them give, like, I mean, I get such pleasure. It's a passion. Mm-hmm. It brings me freedom.
Right.
Why would you want to not do something that brings you freedom? You know what I mean? Through painting, I'm lost in my own world. And then I create my own environment of positivity, peace, light, and love, and laughter, and just good vibes.
I love it.
Yeah. And then on set, when I come in now, you know, you have some actors who act like divas. Now I'm like, put that aside. I want to have fun. I want to take a picture with you. I want to know you. I want to talk to you. I want to chill with you. You know what I mean? Just keep light and just fun. And then it's also a getaway from the life that I know, you know? So, and then even so, just playing a character, you're playing somebody else. That's such freedom. So that is so hard to choose. And I have so much more in my heart, so much more talent hidden here in my treasure box that hasn't been revealed as yet. But one day when God reveals it to me, I'll start working on it and just give.
So if you could play like one like celebrity, like who would that be?
I would say probably Sherry Lee Ralph.
Cheryl Lee Ralph. Okay. I could see the resemblance. Yeah.
Just she has such a Jamaican background, a strong Jamaican background, family, and generations of family here before she moved abroad. So, and then she made a life as an actress. She had to overcome so many things that I look forward to. I dream of too. Because
Hmm.
she has done it. So yeah, and she has dimples. So
Yes, she does.
so
You're checking out Stop, Look, and Listen. Special guest today is actress Kimberly Patterson. So you're currently a cast member of The Family Business, which is on BET Plus. Tell us about your role in the show in general. And I believe the second season is about to start.
Mm-hmm. So, the family business on BET Plus. That was another moment of being in the right place at the right time. Um, King of the Dancehall was being shown at the Pan African Film Festival, and the director, as well as the writer and executive producer, they went to watch, and it was the opening night. King of the Dancehall played. The moment they saw Maya on the screen, they were like, how can we contact her? Fortunately, I was also in New York where the writer was, and I had a flight. Let's say I had a flight back home. Let's say today is Monday, and I had a flight back on Wednesday. We made Wednesday possible by me going to him to have a meeting to basically see if if I'm Kimberly Patterson should fit the role of Ruby. And then I had a flight to catch immediately after that meeting with him, came back home. They were like, you know what? The director likes you, the writer likes you so far. Send a quick self-tape and let us know if you could deliver these lines. And then I did, and I was booked immediately. And the fortunate thing as well was that I was booked with my Jamaican accent, and that is that is in and of itself is such a blessing. So I'm forever grateful for this. So I'm basically on the international market in my own accent. How lucky can you be? How blessed, anyways.
I mean, I totally understand because, like, where I'm from, we speak like a Gullah Geechee language, which is kind of like an African dialect. So a lot of times, just in order to advance in like corporate America, you have to kind of hide that accent because people will say we can't understand the words you're saying. You have to speak clearly. So I was kind of wondering if you feel like your Jamaican accent sort of hinders you in Hollywood somewhat.
I mean, of course, 100%. But I feel as if we've been communicating right now straight without you with such clarity because I do have a neutral Jamaican accent.
Hmm.
However, I do also believe in what's for me will be for me.
Right.
I still do try, but if I don't get it, that doesn't mean that I should be disheartened. Yeah, I could work on my American accent some more, but how much do I want to fit in versus stand out? That's up to me to measure it out, as the opportunities come. And just the life of an actor or actress, you hear more no's than yeses. But slow and steady also wins the race. So when I'm there, I fit right in. I don't make anything. There's no issue for me in terms of that. But I know if I should move there and try to pursue this on my own, that's like a big tank right there. Big tank fighting. Why not own the blue ocean for a while? Yeah.
All right, Kimberly, it has been a pleasure speaking with you. Once again, season 2 of BET's The Family Business, starring Kimberly as Ruby, is on BET Plus. So make sure you check it out. If you missed season 1, I'm sure it's a nice bingeable program during this quarantine time. Kimberly, before you leave, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, sure. Follow me on Instagram. Shameless plug. Why not go for the shameless plug, huh? If you have a chance, just go for it.
Yeah, might as well, you know.
That's Kimberly Patterson official. And the reason I said that was because then, you could get to know more about me. I have so much to tell, so much. God has worked so amazingly in my life. And yeah, I just want to share in any way that I can. So yeah.
All right. Well, continue to be a ray of sunshine and blessing us with your talent on the screen. And we look forward to seeing and hearing more from you, Kimberly.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for inviting me. It was so much fun.
Thank you for checking us out on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe for more great content. And don't forget to check us out on social media at GOB Radio Network.